Let's talk about your rock group, the Thrashers. You've been managing now for what, over a year, right?
Yeah, it feels like longer, but it's a great experience. Just when I thought this work in election reform was time consuming, then I got dragged back into the rock and roll world.
Right.
And I'm very proud of the kids, and it's been a great experience. And they're actually so good that as an old rock and roller myself, I just get a kick.
Well, you share the music with me on Facebook, and it is good.
Startling, isn't it?
Yeah,
It's coming from 10-year-olds. They're born in San Francisco.
Yeah. How did you get? You're I think about to start on that. How did you get involved with them? Were they already together, or?
They were together. A friend of mine that owns a semi-pro football team in Pacifica called the Islanders invited me to a halftime show, and they were there as the halftime act. They were doing, I think, a Sabbath cover or something like that, and so I met the parents, and Brian put us together, and I said I would help, and they appreciated that, and we moved forward. Of course, not realizing at the time the what it was really gonna be like, but the kids play the Whiskey in Hollywood. They play my old club, the Rock on Broadway, the On Broadway Theater here. Nice. They draw big crowds, and now it's looking like they're really getting some high level attention within the industry, and so it's going to be fun just to continue to help them.
Yeah, and so there may be an actual national contractor, as they would say, not an indie contract, but a real, not a real record label, but you know what I mean.
I don't.
I'm digging my hole deeper.
I can't jinx it. I can't jinx it.
Don't jinx it.
It's showbiz, but so you never know until you know. But the kids really are getting some good, recognition, and having a lot of fun.
How many CDs have you cut so far with those guys?
2. We did an initial EP in Sausalito, and then I took them up to Weed, California, by Mount Shasta, and we recorded a 10-song debut CD, which we'll release in the first of the coming year, called 10 at 10, and produced by myself and Sylvia Massey.
And have you traveled much out of California with the group, or just in California?
No, we've been doing California. We did a lot we did the fair circuit, and the state fair in Sacramento. They did do Reno, I have to say. They played
across the border,
over in Reno, and we're looking forward. I think we're going to be back in New York here soon, nice. Having some fun on the East Coast.
Over the winter time or into the spring?
Maybe soon, but we'll just see. It's up in the air. They've just got good opportunities coming their way, and they deserve it. Really.
Right on.
Yeah.
How do they juggle school with the whole music thing? Or probably hasn't been that demanding yet.
So far, so good.
Yeah.
If it intensifies, and we're scheduling really for next summer, and we schedule for their breaks.
Right.
But they handle it. They've got strong parents. All that stuff they're great students. Mm-hmm. It's really part of the attraction that the industry has, is that they are good students, good kids, right. And everybody likes that.
Thoughtful about what they're doing.
They are, and they're socially conscious.
Oh, right on.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, it is great.
And that's something that I think a lot of youth are, that maybe we aren't as adults so much, is socially conscious.
Well, I think you and I are.
Well, we are, but
I think everybody that watches this show is, aren't they?
In general. Well, that I don't know.
Isn't everybody in San Francisco? I think so, pretty much.
Well, yeah. I don't. We may be broad stroking it a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit, but we're pretty good around here.
But I don't want to jinx you with those guys, because
No.
But it sounds exciting. I mean, you guys have been working on it for a long time.
Come to a show, and they'll knock you out. They're like a little AC/DC, Aerosmith.
Right.
As 10-year-olds, and so people see them, and there's that disconnect between what they're hearing and their size.
Right. Yeah.
So and let me plug their website,
sure.
Which is www.thethrashersrock.com.
Thrashersrock.com.
Yeah. So that's fun, and it's fun to combine the two situations.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for the third thing that's gonna be unusual.
Yeah. Well, it'll come. There's
no
question about it. So we got to get going. We got about 30 or 40 seconds left. So I just want to thank you for coming back on, Brent.
Thank you.
I think once we have a little bit more knowledge about where the Thrashers are going, we have you back on.
Good. I'll bring the kids in
Yeah,
sometime,
yeah.
and I'll come back anytime regarding elections.
Right on.
You know, that's the only thing that takes priority for me over the kids.
Oh, right on.
And,
No, it's a big,
and
big
my
deal.
beautiful wife, by the
Right,
way. Yeah,
yeah.
that's right. Thank you. Good.
Don't forget your significant
Oh, yeah,
other.
that's for
pretty
sure.
important stuff.
That's right.
Yeah, well, good to see you.
Thank you.
Yeah, always a pleasure.
Great to see you.
Thanks for tuning in, folks. Be back in 2 weeks, as always, every other week these days. Probably talking politics again. So have a happy Thanksgiving and take care.